So, as you know, when we're prototyping a new product, we're constantly looking for ways to improve performance, and it's kind of like a discovery method. Well, I'm a pretty good cook, and I've been cooking for many years. And I couldn't understand why food that I was preparing in my kitchen was tasting different. And I noticed that I had 2 or 3 of the HFA Traveler prototypes close to where I was preparing food. So I started to experiment a little bit, and I found out some mind-blowing stuff that the field from the HFA Traveler can actually affect the vessel that you are preparing food in. This is otherworldly and mind-blowing. So I did some experiments, and I found out the best way to basically attune any vessel that you would be preparing food in, whether you're cooking on the stove or just warming something up. And it's as simple as taking the HFA Traveler, and you are traveling into the pot, leaving it in there, covering it up, and leaving it in there overnight. And when you come back, as soon as you open up, something feels different. The vibration of the ceramic or the metal has changed completely, and it's amazing. Again, even with some type of pan, you do the same thing. You just leave it in there overnight, a minimum of 12 to 18 hours. Come back and you take it out, and the frequency of the metal changes. Your food becomes wild. I've been making better and better meals lately, and I couldn't understand why. And then it hit me. These were always within 3 to 7 feet away from where I was preparing. So I started to put these in here for indeterminate amounts of time, and just utilizing them, you could tell the food difference. So this is another byproduct, folks, of the HFA Traveler. Putting it in a vessel that you cook in and just leaving it in there for, overnight. And you want to leave it in there overnight. You just don't want to put it in there in the morning and then come back at night and take it out. You only have to do this once, and it completely changes the vibration of your cookware. And it doesn't matter what cookware you're using, it changes it completely. But you want to do it overnight, and I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I'll report back in another video. But you definitely want to leave it in overnight for 12 to 18 hours and anything in between there. And I've done all of these, and everyone cooks exceptionally well, better than the day that I bought it. And it just keeps getting better. This product, the more discovery that you put into it, the more it works for you. And it just keeps showing you mind-altering ways to utilize this particular product. This is the prototype of the HFA Traveler, folks. Hey everyone. So yesterday I had another strength training session with the HFA Traveler, and I did something different this time. In the first workout, which I videotaped last week, I had it in my left pocket, and the workouts were intense, and I was getting huge gains in weight, reps, and form. This time I had it in my right pocket, and the workout was way different. It's really kind of hard to describe, but if you can imagine for a second, like when you're doing, let's say 3 sets of some type of weight exercise, and you get to that last set and you're struggling. What I found was my mind literally, quote unquote, was traveling somewhere else. Now, I was fully conscious, focusing on the exercise in hand, but I was not present. And this is typical of when I work and I, access information down the rabbit hole of the Akashic Records. And the last, 8 or 9 reps on the last set were easy peasy. And my trainer even said to me that, your form and your balance and everything you're doing on your last set is way better than your first one. So, the HFA Traveler is, once again, never ceasing to amaze me in how and what it's delivering, and where it's going and how it's performing. The first two generations of the new way to travel were really kind of bound and tied to your car. The third generation is literally a whole nother generation, and it's called the Traveler because you can put it in your pocket and take you with you and notice synchronicities and variations in things in your life that you would have never achieved before or even seen. And it just keeps getting better. I just keep finding new ways and new ideas on how to utilize this type of technology, but yet I can't. It does everything the old ones did, but far superior. And when I made that first video when I was on that road trip, I had alluded to the first two generations were kind of like that Panzer tank, right? That really thick, heavy armor. And the new version is very much, armored up, but like a light armor, like not light as in weight, but light as in, high vibrational armor, impenetrable. It just keeps getting better. So I will continue to report as we move through this prototype process.
Hey everyone. So I decided to do another strength training workout today utilizing the new HFA Traveler. And I used it again in my right pocket. And the workouts were much more intense. I feel that I was definitely getting more gains with the Traveler in my right pocket than in my left. I'll continue to test, but for now, it's definitely the right pocket. Incredible.